Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Traxxas Aton from Traxxas. Now this is a new drone we had just gotten in a couple days ago. It is available on our website at acesdeals.biz. And I have to tell you something, gentlemen, this is a neat little drone, especially for the price point. The drone itself, what I liked about it right from the very beginning is it's got like a little scoop handle which allows you to pick up the drone and carry it, from place to place. A lot of drones, a Phantom, the Unique, you got to pick them up from the center. It's a little heavy, it's a little cumbersome, but that little scoop is really, really cool. What I also liked about it is Traxxas has given the pilot the ability to change out the canopy or the scoop to many different colors, which you will also see available on our website. Underneath, when you take a look at it, it's got a flat surface, which allows you to take off right directly from the ground itself. It also has the option, the next model up, to attach legs to it, because you do have the ability to purchase the next version up, same exact aircraft, with a 2-axis gimbal, which will carry a GoPro camera. Taking a look at the propellers, you could see that the propellers sit on a center pin. Then they're tightened down with 2 hex screws. What I really liked was the motor casing. The motor casing, the motors themselves are a brushless motor, but you've got a clear casing around the motor, which then you have your LED lights, on the motors themselves. The arms are thick, very, very sturdy, very, very solid, and that was very, that was quite impressive as far as, construction was concerned. Taking a look at the remote, it is one of those, looks like a toy remote, but it actually, operates very, very well and is very, very precise. You've got your auto takeoff button. You've got your return to home feature. The Traxxas Aton has GPS, all right, which, we will see in a few minutes. When you take a look at the back, taking a look at the back here, all right, you have 4 LED lights that actually light up very, very bright. Satellite, home, battery level that flashes. Very, very bright LEDs. And when we were test flying it, you can see it actually from very far away. The battery compartment flips open, and as you can see, you have a connection on the battery. Let me get you the connection on the battery. That plugs right in. As you can see, it's a 3-cell, 3000 milliamp battery, 20C 11.1 volts, which is giving you approximately 15 minutes of flight time without the gimbal. You've got 3 different modes with the Traxxas, which you can set on your controller, and you can set the modes by pressing the switch or the button, I should say, on the top of the controller. You've got film mode, where the Traxxas will travel at a slow speed, approximately 10-12 miles an hour. You can go into sports mode, which allows you to do flips and acrobatics with the Traxxas Aton. What I really liked and thought was really cool was the expert mode. The expert mode allows you to travel, and I wouldn't do it with a camera, but allows you to take the drone and travel upwards of 50 to 55 miles per hour. I spoke with Traxxas. I deal directly with Traxxas, and they don't classify it as a racing drone. They classify it as an aerial photography, videography drone. Taking a look at the propellers, I don't know if you can see it here. There's sits in on a pin. It's a brushless motor, 2 hex screws which tighten the propeller down. And when you look at the encasing around the motors, these light up actually. And it's a clear, see-through casing around the motor. Really nice job that Traxxas did. What really impressed me was the arms. I mean, they are solid. They're thick, they're solid. I'm outside right now. It's approximately 4:15 p.m. It's Saturday, January 9th. And we're going to take this for a little test flight, show you guys a little bit. We're just going to bring it up in the air because I want to bring up some close-up video so you guys could see how quiet this is, how stable it is. The wind is approximately 8 miles an hour. Now what we did is, like any other drone, you turn on the transmitter first and you make sure your left toggle is all the way down. Now the auto light is blinking because the drone hasn't acquired all the necessary satellites and it's currently locking into home position. There is no calibration, compass calibration that has to be done as far as the drone is concerned. As you can see, the LED lights, I don't know if you can see it that much, but there they are. And you can see the back LED lights, they're flashing back and forth, and what it's doing is it's locking onto satellites, and it's also registering its home position. When all these lights are solid, the drone is ready to take off, and this light on the remote will be a solid green on the left. The right side is return to home automatically. While I'm waiting for the drone to lock into its coordinates, one of the interesting things I noticed about it yesterday when we were test flying it is we had been running it for about 15-16 minutes. I wanted to let it hover and see what happens when the battery level gets down to the percentage that it needs to return home automatically, and what we found out was quite interesting. When the drone kicked in to return to home because of low battery, it rose itself approximately 30 feet in the air from its present hover position. But what was very interesting is when the drone was coming down, it actually shut its lights off to conserve battery and to use it strictly to bring it home. As you can see now, we have solid green across the board. We are now ready for takeoff. We hit, or I shouldn't say hit, we press this blinking light, and what it does is it arms the propellers. Now, if I don't take off within 15 seconds, the drone will shut itself off. I'm sorry you couldn't see the takeoff because I'm by myself actually. I'm out of the office, so I'm doing some playing around. But here we go. You can see how quiet it is. I mean, this is a beautiful looking, very stable aircraft. All right, we're looking now at the front of the aircraft. Take a look at the side view. We've got solid green lights. And watch what happens. I push it, and it comes right back into GPS hold. Here it is approximately 50 feet up in the air, and it's really kind of hard to see, but the arms completely, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, are completely lit up. It's a very, very quiet aircraft, very stable, and like I said, wind is about 8 to 10 miles an hour. So just wanted to show you. Approximately 100 feet straight up, and 100 feet altitude, and approximately 125 feet away from me. Now what we're going to do is we're going to activate return to home. To activate return to home on the remote, we're going to hit the return to home button. It has turned itself around. The nose is facing away from me. And it's actually positions itself directly from where it took off from. You can hear the beeping on the remote indicating return to home. Very, very stable. I mean, it's not budging. It's coming down. Comes down very, very slow, not too fast, so there's no backdraft. The third LED is blinking, indicating return to home. No bounce. We have touchdown. Motor shut down, and voila, we have return to home. The one thing I will tell you guys is if you are looking for a drone, not a toy, but a drone that's not too expensive, that's very, very stable, has got all the features of the big boys out there, like DJI, Unique, 3DR Solo, but something that's got a little bit of pizzazz to it as far as, you know, color, the ability to change out canopies and customize it any way you want, then the Traxxas Aton is the drone to go with. Priced at $399 without the gimbal, and $499, only $100 more if you want to go with the 2-axis gimbal, so you can put your GoPro on it, or, you know, any compatible camera that'll fit in the gimbal. All right, but here you have it, guys. This is the Traxxas Aton aircraft, brought to you by Aces Deals and available on our website at acesdeals.biz. If you have any questions, call me or email me at 1-888-239-2644, or email me directly from the website at peter@acesdeals.biz. She's a beauty, isn't she?